Morning, boys and girls. So we're going to start working on the subtraction part of the decimals. Remember, we did addition yesterday, and now we're going to do the subtraction. This is the work that you're going to have. Okay, do half of them, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 20 here. You can do the 10 on one side, and we're going to leave the other 10 for the other side. I'm going to review how to do the addition and then how we're going to do the subtraction, because it's a little tricky when you're doing the subtraction. The addition, just like we did yesterday, I'm going to take this first one here, and then I'm going to do it here on this side. I'm just going to write it 54 and 66 hundredths plus 40 and 9 tenths. I'm just going to move here this way so you can see what I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up those decimal points. Right? And the first one is 54 and 66 hundredths. So I'm going to write 54, 66 hundredths this way. Then I'm going to write the second number, which was 40 and 9 tenths. And I am going to add these. I can write a 0 here. I don't have to. When I'm adding, when I'm subtracting, it helps. But I'm just going to write it here just so it doesn't confuse me at all. That looks a little better. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. Regroup. The decimal point comes right down. And then continue adding. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 0 is still 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. And this is my answer for this question. Now, when we have subtractions, right, and I'm just taking these off from these from this independent practice that you're going to have, we're going to do subtraction now. It might be a little bit different than this, and I'm going to show you why. If we have 4.7, 4 and 7 tenths minus 3 and 53 hundredths, right? This can be done, right? Because we know that this is the whole number. We have 4 wholes and we're taking away 3 wholes. So it's possible. It's absolutely possible to do this. How are we going to do this? I'm going to line them up again. Line up my decimal point. Line up my decimal point. It's absolutely necessary to do that. Then I'm going to go 4 and 7 tenths, which is the very first number. That's what I need to do. And then the next one is 3 and 53 hundredths. And I'm going to subtract. Now, it just got a little tricky because now I have this empty space. But like I said before, when you have an empty space to the right of the decimal point, it doesn't change the meaning. To the left, if you do it on a regular number, if that was 47, that will make 470. But we're not talking about hundreds, we're talking about decimals. So we can actually write a 0 there. Like that. And now I can subtract, and of course I'm going to regroup. 0 minus 3 I cannot do, so I'm going to regroup. Now that's 6, and now that's 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 6 minus 5 is 1. The decimal point is going to come down the same line, and last 4 minus 3 is 1. And that is how we solve our subtraction with decimals. Sometimes it's very simple. Sometimes it's just straightforward. You don't have to regroup. Sometimes you don't have to write anything. Let's do another one. This is going to be 1947 hundredths minus 8 and 4 tenths. I'm going to line up the decimal points again. 19/47 minus 8 4/10. Okay, so we're going to subtract 7. Remember, this is a 0. We can add a 0 here, or we can leave it blank. That's fine. But I'm going to add a 0 there so you can look a little better. 7 minus 0 is 7. 4 minus 4 is 0. The decimal point goes down on the same line. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. And that is my answer for this question. Okay, as you know, so this is your independent practice. You're going to do one side today, one side tomorrow. I will post tomorrow to remind you this is the one side. This is the last video I'm doing about this week. If you have any questions, or if you need to do like a conference call because you have questions, I've been doing conference calls with a couple of students, so please don't be shy, and we can talk for a couple of minutes to clarify certain things. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.